What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Blazers Uprise Live, powered by BetUS. Today, we got the Kings facing the Blazers. We're going to preview that matchup. We're also going to do picks against the spread. 11 games to pick from today. And unfortunately, Eric won't be with us, so I'll try my best to run this segment. Still building some things out with it, so it's going to be a little hit or miss today. But we will pick all games, and we will do what we've always done for years now. Picks against the spread, one of my favorite times of the year is when we start this thing up. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully the internet is a little bit better. I was trying some things before this, so I don't know how well they're going to work. We'll see. This is kind of just a test run because the internet has been a little bit rough. So let me know how it's going. And yeah, Jackson, since Eric won't be here today, Jackson will be posting the injuries for everything in chat. I won't read them off. You can go there to check them. And let's get this thing underway. We got one 4:10 p.m. game that tips off in 5 minutes. Then the rest are 4:40 or later. So without further ado, let's take a look at the picks against the spread standings from last Wednesday. Crushables up top by himself, 7-3. Huge tie for second at 6-4. Chat, myself, Trevin, Javon, 503, and Zach. A couple of double downs pushed. We won't be replacing those today. That was Eric and Aeromancer, both at 5-4. Connor at 5-5. Brendan Jackson at 4-6, and then Steven at 3-7. Of course, Steven started slow last season and then finished second. So we'll see if this is another season where he starts slow and picks it up later on. But you can see the advanced metrics there on the right. And we will be adding a lot to this in terms of games because we got 11 games to pick from today. So we'll see who's in first place after it all because honestly, it could be anybody. So let's start off with game number 1. We got the Orlando Magic hosting the Indiana Pacers. The Magic are 5-point home favorites. And as you can see, I did make the favorite graphic a little bit bigger so you guys can read it a little bit easier. Magic got to win by 6 or more for this to be a correct pick. If it's 5, it's a push, and anything less than that or a Pacers win is an Indiana Pacers win in picks against the spread. We're not picking who wins games, we're picking spread lines. All right, and Jackson should be on it with the picks in the chat. Out for the Pacers, Johnny Furphy and James Wiseman. Out for the Magic, John Isaac, Orlando Robinson, and Batadze. The format is just fine, Jackson. All right, we got picks in Discord I got to read off. We got picks in my text messages that we will read off as well. First, we're going to start with one of our social media guys. We plan on doing a lot more social media wise here in upcoming games. That is Brendan. He is going with the home team Orlando Magic. We got Stephen Vaughn going with the Magic. We got Crushables going with the Magic. We got 503 for the fans, otherwise known as Noah. He is also going with the Magic. Myself, I'm going to take the points and the road team with the Indiana Pacers. And then we have picks from Arrow. He's going Pacers. Eric is going Pacers. And Zach is going with the Orlando Magic. So Pacers for Eric, Pacers for Arrow, and then the rest should be in chat. We got Javon going Magic, Trevin going Magic. This should be a pretty fun matchup. 2 playoff teams from last year, the 5 and the 6 seed from last year. Jackson is going with the Pacers, and Connor is being Connor. And I'm not going to wait for him. So Jackson, like I said, going with the Pacers. In chat. Oh, I got to do a chat poll. I knew I was forgetting something. So we'll give Connor a little bit more time. All right. So we got Orlando 5-point favorites chat. Here is your poll. Vote in it as quickly as you can. All these spreads are brought to you by BetUS. Chat right now is loving the Indiana Pacers. I'll give you guys about 10-15 more seconds. This game tips off at 4:10, so if anyone wants to double down on this that is picking in chat, let me know right now. Otherwise, you'll have to double down on a different game because this one is about to tip off. Also, is my mic good? Because my mic cord literally fell out. You never want that to happen. So hopefully the mic is still good. Let me know in chat. Chat, their poll, they're going Pacers 54% of the vote. All right, and we'll move on to game number 2. If somebody could text Jackson that has his number, or not Jackson, Connor. If somebody can text Connor if they have his number, please do so. All right, game number 2. You got the Atlanta Hawks hosting the Washington Wizards. The Hawks are 7-point home favorites. The Wizards, winless on the season, at the bottom of NBA.com's recent power rankings. So can they get their first win of the season? Jackson has you covered on the injuries and picks for this game. We got 503 going with the Hawks. We got Wizards from Stephen Vaughn. Stephen goes against the grain as much as anybody. Crushables is going with the Hawks. We got Brendan going with the Hawks. I'm going to go with, man, the Wizards suck. I'll also go with the Hawks. And then we got Zach going Hawks. Eric is going with the Wizards, and Arrow is going with the Hawks as well. So Eric is Wizards, Zach, Arrow, Hawks. And then we'll check chat. We got Wizards for Javon and Jackson, and then Trevin going with the Hawks. And chat. I need to do a chat poll. I need to remember. We got Hawks. We got Wizards. I'm just going to do quick poll. Hawks versus Wizards. Atlanta -7. Have you seen all the injury reports, Tori? Yeah, I've seen them as you put them in chat. But I'm not going to read them off. Chat, you can check chat. There you go. There is your chat poll. Steven is a contrarian. Absolutely, Steven is a contrarian. Steven's always been a contrarian. All right, chat, it looks like is going with the Washington Wizards, 54% of the vote, so they're going for the underdog. We were very heavy on the favorite on Wednesday, so you do got 5 people on the Wizards. We got 7 right now on the Hawks. Unfortunately, no more split votes. We got an odd number of people for the first time ever. Let's move on to game number 3. You got the Miami Heat hosting the Detroit Pistons, and Miami is an 8.5-point home favorite. All right, there's your chat poll, chat. And then Jackson will get you covered on the injuries if you want to wait for those. But people always get eager in chat and vote before they hear them. Out for the Pistons, Bobby Klintman and Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson being the big name there. And out for the Heat is Kevin Love. Thank you, Jackson. Brendan, we got going with the Detroit Pistons. That should be a Pistons logo. Let me change that. There we go. Detroit basketball. We got Detroit basketball for Steven. We got Heat for Crushables. I feel like this game is going to be close. Give me the Pistons. Stephen Vaughn is going with the Pistons. I already said that. 503 is going with the Miami Heat. We got Eric going with the Pistons. We got Arrow going with the Pistons. And we got Zach going with the Pistons as well. As far as the people in chat, we got Pistons for Javon, Trevin, and Jackson. It looks like chat is going with the Pistons as well. All right, so we were heavy on the Pistons. We got Crushables and 503, the only people so far going Heat. Next game, we got the Denver Nuggets on the road in Canada against the Toronto Raptors. And the Denver Nuggets are 5-point road favorites. All right, out for the Nuggets is Deron Holmes, who is out for the season, unfortunately. And out for the Raptors is Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, Jacoby Walter, and Emmanuel Quickley. Chat, here is your poll. So picks for this game, we got Nuggets for Zach, we got Raptors for Eric, and Nuggets for Arrow. All right, and then 503 is going Nuggets. Sorry, I meant 9-point favorites, not 5-point favorites. 9-point favorites, chat. 9-point favorites. My apologies. I'm trying to do a lot here, all right? Go based on the graphic, okay? I try and put it in the chat poll so you guys know as well, but go based on the graphic. All right, we got Stephen Vaughn going with the Raptors. I'm going to go Raptors. We got Crushables going with the Nuggets. Already got Stevens in there. We got Brendan going with the Raptors. Connor says, I swear to God, I get training calls the worst times. All right, Connor, just in the mod chat, send your picks for the first 4 games. And we'll pick back up with this game. All right. We got Nuggets for Trevin, Nuggets for Jackson. Connor just needs your pick for this game. Javon is going Raptors. And chat is going Nuggets, 71% of the vote. Connor says Nuggets for this one. Alrighty. We got 5 on the Raptors, 8 on the Nuggets. Game number 5, we have the Milwaukee Bucks on the road facing the Boston Celtics. The battle of the 2 green teams. And the Boston Celtics are 9.5-point home favorites. Chat, there is your poll. I don't remember who the Bucks just lost to, but they have not looked too good to start the season, unfortunately. Of course, rooting for the Bucks, rooting for Dame. Hopefully they can pick it up. Picks for this game, we got 503 going with the Bucks. We got Stephen Vaughn going with the Celtics. We got Crushables going with the Bucks. We got Brendan going with the Celtics. We got Eric on the Bucks. Zach is on the Celtics. And Aeromancer is on the Bucks with Eric there. I am still making up my mind. I don't know what I want to do here yet. In chat, we got Bucks for Javon, Trevin, and Jackson. And then Connor is MIA as usual. Chat is loving the Bucks in this one. This is probably going to be their double down. 87% of the vote for the Bucks. I'll also just take the points with the Bucks. It's a little too high of a spread for me. And Connor is also going Bucks. So you got Zach, Steven, and Brendan on the Celtics. Everybody else is going Bucks. All right, game number 6. You got the New York Knicks hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is one of the best matchups of the day. The Knicks are only 2.5-point home favorites. Two of the best teams in the East. Jackson will have you covered with the injuries in the live chat. Out for the Cavs is Max Strus and Amani Bates. Game time decision is Craig Porter Jr. And out for the Knicks is Precious Achiuwa and Mitchell Robinson. Probable Miles McBride. Questionable is Josh Hart. Chat, there's your poll. Trevin is going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm going to cook up a Knicks logo here real quick. Alrighty. Good to go there. All right, so we got Brendan going Knicks. We got Stephen Vaughn going with the Cavs. Crushables is Knicks. 503 is rolling with the Knicks as well. And then picks from Discord, we got Eric. He's going with the Cavaliers. Zach is going with the Knicks. And Arrow is going with the Cavs. We got Jackson, Cavs. Javon, Cavs. Connor, Knicks. This is pretty split so far. Chat is going to go with the New York Knicks, 59% of the vote. And I'm going to go with the Cavs. All right, so we got 6 for the Knicks. We got 7 for the Cavs. Game number 7 of 11. And we'll end off with your Portland Trailblazers and then preview that game. We got a rematch of a game that's already happened this season. It's the Spurs and the Rockets. The Rockets are 2.5-point road favorites. Alrighty, so Jackson's on the injuries. By the way, for the game that's already started, my guy Jalen Suggs is 4 for 4 from 3. You love to see it. Maybe a breakout season coming for him offensively, because he can get it done defensively. Out for the Spurs in this game, Trey Jones and Devin Vassell. And for the Rockets, only one player on the injury report. That's Steven Adams. He's a game-time decision. Of course, he did not play last year. And I'm going to have to make a Spurs logo. All right, let's see. Alrighty, I'm going to make my pick first. I'm going with the Spurs. I believe in the Spurs this year. We got 503. He's going to go with the road favorite with the Rockets. We got Steven going Spurs. We got Crushables going Spurs. And we got Brendan going Rockets. From Discord, we got Rockets for Arrow, Rockets for Eric, and Spurs for Zach. From chat so far, we got Rockets for Jackson, Javon, and Connor. Trevin is going with the Spurs. Spurs are a fun team to watch, man. It's one of the teams I tune in for the most, and obviously it's because of Wemby, but man, I wish we had him. Wemby and Dame would have been phenomenal. We got Spurs for chat, and this is a pretty split vote. 7 for the Rockets, 6 for the Spurs. Let's move on to game number 8. We got the Memphis Grizzlies hosting the Chicago Bulls, and the Grizzlies are 7-point home favorites. Chat, I will have your poll after Jackson drops the injury report for this one. I'm really looking forward to watching basketball tonight. My life's been completely hectic with the move and trying to figure out this internet and trying to build the post-game stream and whatnot. This internet still says I only have 2 bars, but so far I think it's been pretty good, so hopefully it'll stay that way. I'll definitely figure out a way to hardwire it. I just didn't want an Ethernet cord running through the entire house. Also, I left my door open so you can see all the way into my kitchen. But yeah, we got injury report here. So here's your chat poll. Jackson says, out for the Grizzlies, Gigi Jackson, Luke Kennard, Cam Spencer, and Vince Williams. A game-time decision is John Morant and John Conker. And then the Bulls are healthy. Jackson just said John Morant upgraded to out. I don't know how you get upgraded to out, but we might have to redo the chat poll for this one and recheck the spread for this one. Downgraded. I appreciate your updates, Jackson. I'm just having a little fun with you. So spread line for this game is Memphis by 5. Okay, Memphis by 5. So chat, we'll do a new poll. We got Memphis by 5 now. Okay. So that's the spread line we're doing. We're doing 5 points. Memphis is a 5-point favorite. I was going to go Bulls anyway. Now I will definitely go Bulls. Picks in chat. We got Grizzlies for Eric. We got Bulls for Zach. Eric, if you're here in chat, of course, you can change your pick with this recent injury news. We got Grizzlies for Arrow. We got Grizzlies for Trevin. Jackson is on the Bulls. And chat is loving themselves some Bulls so far. All right, let me get the picks that have been sent to me. Brendan is going with the Grizzlies. We got Steven going with the Grizzlies. We got Crushables going with the Grizzlies. We got 503 going with the Grizzlies. So lots of Grizzlies there on the bottom. We got Connor going Bulls. We got Javon going with the Bulls. And we got chat liking themselves some Chicago Bulls. Not their double down, but still 71% of the vote, which makes this a 7v6 in favor of the Grizzlies. All right, game number 9. We got 3 games left. This one is the biggest spread of the day. You got the Dallas Mavericks as 12-point home favorites as they take on the Utah Jazz. All right, Jackson will have us covered in the injury report. Out for the Jazz, Isaiah Collier and Johnny Juzang. And then Drew Eubanks, your guys' favorite. Drew Eubanks is a game-time decision. And then out for the Mavericks is Dante Exum, who's going to be out for a while, and Maxi Kleber. Alrighty. Chat, there's your poll. Somebody said, we got Eric Olson saying Eubanks is a game changer. We got 503 going with, let's see here, the Jazz. We got Stephen Vaughn going with the Mavs. We got Crushables going with the Mavs. And we got Brendan going with the Mavericks as well. I'm going to go with the Mavs. I think they win by like 20. We got Mavs for Trevin, Jackson, Connor. Could this be our first island opportunity of the year? We got Jazz for Eric. No, it will not be. We got Mavericks for Zach. And we got Mavericks for Arrow. And then Javon is going with the Jazz as well. So we got 3 people on the Jazz. Those are Eric, 503, and Javon. Chat, of course, is going Mavericks here. They love themselves a big-time favorite. And now second to final game, we got 2 games tipping off at 7:10 p.m. Pacific time. And those are the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And then, of course, your Blazers on the road versus the Kings. We'll start with Suns v. Lakers. The Suns are 4-point home favorites. These 2 teams also recently played with the Lakers getting the better of them. The Lakers, of course, 3-0. JJ Redick, the favorite for Coach of the Year. We'll see if the Suns can hand them their first loss. Injury report from Jackson. Out for the Lakers is Christian Koloko. Good to see him back in the league, though. Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood. Out for the Suns, Josh Okogie. And then Bradley Beal is a game-time decision. And I need to go into Photoshop and make a Lakers logo. Right when I started the stream, I remembered I did not have logos for everybody. And I don't know. I'm kind of cracked because I'm running this whole thing, putting in all these picks, reading off all these picks, doing the chat poll, and making logos I don't have. Alrighty, there we go. Logo made. Let's get into the picks. We got Brendan going with the Lakers. I know no matter what I do, the Suns will screw me over. They always screw me over, so I'm going to go with the Lakers because the Suns were my double down. First double down of the year, and they gave me a fat loss. Steven is going with the Phoenix Suns. We got Crushables going with the Lakers. And we got 503 going with the Phoenix Suns. Aeromancer is Lakers, Eric is Lakers, and Zach is Suns. I feel like Eric and Arrow have agreed all stream long, and Zach has disagreed with them. All right, now we'll look to chat. Oh, chat. Sorry, here's your poll. We got Lakers for Trevin, Connor, and Javon. We got Suns for Jackson. In chat, you guys are going with the Lakers, 71% of the vote. And we have a 9v4 in favor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, final game of the day, you got your Portland Trail Blazers heading into Sacramento. I said the Dallas spread was the biggest spread of the day. No, it's this one. It's this one. The Kings are 13-point home favorites against your Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers, of course, played last night, so on the second night of a back-to-back. But 13 points is a wild spread. So if you guys want to get in on the action on this game, make sure to check out BetUS. Use promo code YouTube 150 for a 200 or a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit and 125% deposit bonuses on your second and third deposits up to $2,000. Let me make this Kings logo while I do the ad read. Streaming has made me better at multitasking, I'll say that. All right. Now we get into the picks here. We got 503 going with the Blazers. I'm going to go with the Blazers. I think the spread is a little too high. Steven is going with the Kings. We got Crushables going with the Kings. We got Brendan going with the Kings. And we got Eric going with the Blazers. Zach's going with the Blazers. Aeromancer is going with the Blazers. As far as picks and chat go, we got Javon Blazers, Trevin Blazers, Jackson Blazers. And then we're waiting on Connor. Chat. Oh, I need to do a chat poll. I need to do a chat poll. All right, chat, there's your poll. Connor is going Kings. Oh, I missed Connor's. My bad, Connor. That's all me. That's not you. And I'll change the background music next stream. Right now, we got those four in the bottom right going with the Kings. And we got chat. Kind of 50-50, but Portland pulling ahead. Looks like Portland's going to get the job done. 62% of the vote from chat. Chat, also today is our first giveaway night. So hopefully you can make it for that. Chat goes not Kings. Chat goes Blazers. There we go. Time for double downs. Let me hide all of these. We got Eric and Aeromancer doubling down on two double down teams. I'll just put the logo of the first one. We got Arrow going Hawks. I was going to propose this year we don't have people do 2 double downs if one of them pushed from a previous day. We just leave it as is. They can be a half game behind. But Eric and Arrow both submitted 2 double downs so for at least today we will have 2 double downs from them. Arrow is Hawks and Lakers. And then Eric is Pacers and Pistons. My double down, I do not know yet. We got Zach doubling down on the Knicks. We got Crushables doubling down on the Kings. We got Steven doubling down on the Kings. Of course, the Kings 13-point favorites against your Blazers. We got Mavericks as the double down for Brendan. And 503 is doubling down on the Blazers, going straight up against Crushables and Steven. Double downs from chat. We got Cavs for Trevin. Javon is Blazers. And Jackson is Mavs. Connor says he likes the BGM. I have no idea what that means. Hopefully it means your pick is coming soon. All right, and then I am going to... Which pick am I most confident in? None of them. None of them. I'll double down on the Mavericks. They've looked good to start the year. I'll join Jackson. I'll join Brendan. And then what's chat's double down? BGM is background music. Oh, I can keep it. I can keep it. Thought you guys might get tired of it. If somebody can get me chat's double down, that would be greatly appreciated. And then, of course, we'll preview this matchup tonight for your Portland Trailblazers. Double down so far. We got myself, Jackson, Brendan on the Mavs. We got 503 and Javon on the Blazers going against Crushables and Steven, who are on the Kings. We got Zach and Connor going Knicks against Trevin, who's on the Cavs. And then we got Aeromancer with the Hawks, Eric with the Pacers. The Pacers game tipped off, but Eric picked his double down beforehand. And then chat's double down is the Milwaukee Bucks. Chat riding with Dame, no surprise there. And that concludes picks against the spread. I'm glad that segment went pretty smoothly. Say goodbye to the background music. Background music gone. And yeah, appreciate you guys for participating. Thank you to everyone who joins us for picks against the spread. This is, something that we do for fun, something interactive for you guys, and we enjoy those of you who participate in it. Anyway, we'll have a post-game show later tonight for your Portland Trailblazers as they take on the Sacramento Kings. The Kings, as I said, 13-point home favorites. So if the Blazers are competitive and keep this to a single-digit game, is that a successful night? I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like. Of course, the Blazers destroyed the Sacramento Kings in preseason. But it was preseason. The Kings were extremely sloppy in that game, very turnover prone. They have not looked good to start the year either. You could make the case that this should be like a 4 to 5 point spread, in my opinion, in favor of the Kings instead of what it is on BetUS. The Kings' opponents so far this year, let me pull up their schedule. They're going into this game at 0-2, Blazers 1-2. I think part of the reason the spread is what it is because the Blazers are on the second night of back-to-back. but the Kings have lost to the Timberwolves and the Lakers. They lost to the Timberwolves by 2 in their first game, and they lost to the Lakers by 4. The Timberwolves 1-1, Lakers 3-0. Two good teams, though. And the Kings barely lost. So, they're 0-2, but 2 close games. Kings will be hungry to get their first win in the season. This is going to be a tough matchup for the Blazers. Defensively, I think this is going to be a good test for them. The Blazers were actually 5-4 last year when at a rest disadvantage, which is kind of crazy considering they were 21-61 as a whole on the entire season. So back-to-backs were not an excuse last year for the Portland Trail Blazers and should not be an excuse this year, and especially tonight. First back-to-back of the season. Blazers still fresh. Blazers got young legs. So it was surprising just because it's a stark contrast to the Blazers' overall record last season, but when you look at it, the Blazers got a young roster, man, and unfortunately they deal with injuries, so they get guys back that are kind of fresh during the year, at least have fresh legs. I don't know. I think the Blazers should come out ready to play tonight. I don't think the back-to-back is going to be a factor, especially considering last night Jeremy Grant only played 29 minutes. Anthony Simons played a lower amount of minutes than he's used to. The Blazers, with that blowout win against the Pelicans last night, were able to get some of these starters some rest. So I think they come into this matchup with a legitimate chance to, maybe make a little bit of a statement and get a win. I wouldn't be shocked if the Blazers won this game. I think it's going to come down to, can they guard De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis pick and rolls? I think it comes down to how they defend the three-point line because the Kings are going to get up three-point shots. DeMar DeRozan is kind of the X factor, but the Blazers have the type of personnel to guard DeMar DeRozan, right? With this starting lineup, let me double check who the Kings have been starting because I don't remember who they're starting at the 2. Let me pull that up here. The Kings have been starting Kevin Huerter at shooting guard. I think the Blazers can match up well with them. You put Avdija probably on Fox and Kamara on DeMar DeRozan. And then, of course, you got Ayton on Sabonis. You got Jeremy Grant on Keegan Murray. And Keegan Murray's more off-ball than DeRozan and Fox. Jeremy Grant's more of an off-ball defender. You got Avdija and Kamara as your on-ball defenders between DeRozan and Fox. And if the Kings get out and run, you're able to cross-match between Avdija, Kamara, and DeRozan and Fox, right? If Fox is pushing the pace and he's Avdija's matchup, but Kamara's on that side of the floor, Kamara can pick him up. Avdija can pick up DeRozan. You got some switchability, got some versatility there. That's why it's nice to have wings that are versatile defensively. So I think it just comes down to the defensive end. Malik Monk is the guy off the bench for the Kings, but nobody else is impressive. They've been playing Trey Lyles, Alex Len, and Jordan McLaughlin. But McLaughlin's barely playing. The Kings rely heavily on their starters, and then basically Huerter and Monk are interchangeable. And then Lyles will play a few minutes. Len will play a few minutes. So if you can run the pace, if you can wear out this team, you got a chance to win. I think the Blazers are deeper than them. It's one of the reasons why I don't really like the Kings. But of course, it comes down to, can you guard Sabonis? Can you guard DeRozan? Can you guard Fox? Keegan Murray can get going. We'll see if Chris Murray has some minutes against him. But I really like Klingon against Sabonis defensively. I would love for Klingon to play a season high in minutes. He's played 13, 14 minutes a game. I would love to see him get up to 17, 18 because I think Klingon is a better defender against Sabonis than Ayton is. I think Ayton might get kind of pushed around. Not Simons on Fox. No, I would put Simons on Kevin Huerter. Put Simons on Kevin Huerter. He can try and chase him through screens, and basically he just stays out because Kevin Huerter's a shooter. Last game, he was 4 for 7 from 3. 14 points. Malik Monk in that role, 2 for 7 from 3, but 6 for 14 from the field, 14 points. That's the matchup for Simons. That's why it's nice to start a big guy at shooting guard. You start 3 forwards and a center, basically, because you can match up with a team like this and put a big forward on De'Aaron Fox and put a big forward and good defender on DeMar DeRozan. If the Blazers are going to beat the Kings, that's basically going to be the recipe for success for them. Anyway, we'll have you covered with the post-game show. Was the internet okay today? Was the internet solid? Was there any hiccups or anything? Because if not, then I can go into tonight with a little bit more confidence, but I might go buy like a 50-foot Ethernet cord or something. Actually, I think I have a 50-foot Ethernet cord, so I'll have to go and grab that. But the Blazers hopefully can take care of business tonight. David said internet was good. Okay, love to hear it. Love to hear that. So yeah, we'll be doing giveaway stuff tonight. I gotta figure out how to set up the camera, but just make sure you're in tune with our social media platforms. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. We'll be doing some stuff, giving away some spots in our giveaway tonight, and that should be fun. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Shout out to BetUS. We're out of here. We'll catch you later tonight on the post-game show. And